Okay, I'll keep this really short and simple and sweet. To all our distinguished family, friends, and guests today, we thank you sincerely for your presence with us today. Do not forget to give us some presents on your way out as well. I'm only joking. I'd first like to start by saying that the relationships that you have in your life are a true measure of your health and your wealth. Today, I can proudly say that my parents are worth their weight in gold and more. As we prepared for the functions, we had people from all over the world who didn't stop to help us. They didn't just say, "Can we help?" They came and forced themselves and imposed themselves through our doors and helped. People all the way from India, from America, from Australia, from Malaysia, and many, many other countries. Papa and Mummy, on behalf of Bhabi, Bhai, Ben, Kunal Bhai, and Rajesh, I would like to thank you for being the most spectacular parents in the world. I once told Auntie Rani, my godmom, after I came back from my master's in Australia, that I would definitely like to pay my parents back for everything they have done for me. She smiled at me and she said, "My dear, forget this lifetime. You'll never be able to pay them back even till your next lifetime." And boy, how true that is. Papa and Mummy, I would like to thank you for all the principles which you have drilled in us. Everything that you forced us that we were against and today we live by. Honesty, sincerity, and service to others. These are principles I will ensure I live by and I ensure generations to come will live by. I love you both and you're always at the back of our minds in every decision that we make. I have some special thanks for a few people over here, but everyone else has definitely done their part in coming today. I'd firstly like to thank my sister. She has done everything beyond measure to get this function sorted. And behind her, 21st century, behind a beautiful woman is a beautiful man as well. So Kunal Bhai, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much to my sister-in-law, Bhabi, who now is a sister to me. I refuse to call her an in-law anymore. She's helped out beyond means, juggling home and work. And dealing with our family is probably one of the most difficult things in the world, so congratulations for joining us and being part of us. To my brother, who really has taken over the role as a father, thank you very much for growing up so beautifully. Bhabi, we have you to thank for that. Before that, he was not controllable at all. He was also a bit slimmer. To my godparents, who are not here today, but Auntie Rani is here today, thank you very much for caning us once in a while. We needed that. But with your discipline, your support, and your unconditional love, we have grown up as your children as well. Uncle Ramo's not here today, but that's no problem at all. He's always with us in spirit. To other godparents who, after the function, I've decided are my parents, Bipin Bhai and Sweetu. Bipin Bhai and Sweetu are actually our uncles, but we call them like they are our friends. They are now just as much of parents as they are our friends and our uncles. Anju Kaki and Nilesh Kaka for growing up with us, telling us all your interesting stories. You've always been there for us. Daksha Feba and Dinesh Hua, you really tolerated me when I was there shopping in India. Chiman Kaka and Bharti Kaki, you are tame amara mummy papa na jem cho. Most of all, I would like to thank my grandma who's here today, Mota Kaki. Mota Kaki, we love you. And in light of that, all the Kamda family and the Doshi family who are here today, thank you very much for instilling the values that we need in our lives. I've also got my friends in Australia who are just going to start screaming in 3, 2, 1. I love you guys. I've also got my colleagues from Human Dynamic. Thank you very much for supporting me through this extremely roller coaster ride of a journey. I'm really, really, really very appreciative of all of you. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. I'll pass it on to my husband. I forgot the most important people. To my mom, my new mom, to my nanny, to Dina, the little princess in the family, and to Vinay, thank you so very much for everything that you have done and everything that you're going to have to put up with. I love you all very much, and I really hope to bring all the values and the principles and uphold my family's name in your family. I hope to be a really, really good daughter-in-law, and if I'm not, just bear with me for a while. I'll get there.
And she said that I was taking ages with my speech. Well, mine's very short and simple. Thank you for everybody and everyone who has participated in one way or the other, no matter how small or how big, to make this event and the events that are coming up possible. Without the small little 1% help that everyone has put in, it won't be complete. And I reserve my final thank you at the reception when everything has been done. But instead of saying thank you today in a very grand manner, I like to say welcome, especially for those who have made it to Singapore from very, very far countries. We have guests as far as US. We have guests from Hong Kong. We have guests from Spain. We have guests from India, from Manila, from Dubai, from KL, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Indonesia, as well as Africa, and some even from Sweden. Very simply, I like to say, welcome to Singapore. I hope that your stay here will be fantastic. I hope you enjoy the events. We try to make it as fusion as possible so you see the best sides of the Sindhi culture as well as the Gujarati culture in both due respect. And let the fun and the dances begin. Thank you.
Another round of applause, please. And cheers!